Mute. What we got going on? What's this? Oops. Got anybody out there? Everybody here? There's trucking. Can you hear me? I'm trying to learn how to do the Restream. So if anybody that knows how to use this thing better than me, which is you're looking at pretty much what I know how to do. As to Restream, I want to try and get somebody on. Should probably go back. That's small. Okay. All right. So everybody can hear me. Everybody can see me. Okay. I can't see that. That's not what I want. Okay, so that's up. Okay. We're good there. Awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to I was gonna go to bed, but I'm hurting. I moved my stuff around. Moved my little lab around here. And I grabbed the safe and put it up here. And I definitely shouldn't have done that. Back over here. Really? That's awesome. Because apparently my microphones I just bought don't work. And then I was going to try and use I always forget to use my keyboard while Lady Locks was on. So I have to try to type on the tablet or my phone. And the dumb thing doesn't. I've used it like twice. It won't work worth a crap. Yeah, I emptied it. For sure. Well, what's everybody doing? Besides just leaving Lady Locks stream. Is anybody on here? Oh shit. I can't figure out. It doesn't tell me how many people are on. Oh, there it is. 4. All right. Well, I know at least 2 of you know how to do the broke pitch challenge, so I've repeated myself 700 times. So I'm not going to waste any of yours or my time on it again. Yeah, like and subscribe. And if anybody's interested in joining on, and I know you, I'd like to, and knows how to do it, so you can help me through the steps. Looks like it could be fairly easy to add another person on there. I told Dig, I messaged him Well, he was on because I had to leave during Lady Lux when he was doing his little show and tell. I was like, man, we're gonna do an episode each week of me and you just going through every lock you have. And he was laughing. I'm like, dude, I'm dead serious. And how much you paid for it, and you know, that guy is so funny. Truck, are you driving? Or are you done for the night? You can do it. Put your pick into it. I can do it. Put your pick into it. Oh, we got any? Nice. So you've probably gotten back down to your neck of the woods. Are cigarettes cheaper down there? If so, I'm gonna cash app you some money, and I'll meet you at the at that truck stop in Mount Morris on 75 or 23. The one with the velvet touch. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Oh, oh shit. I have no idea if this works. I pinned it myself. I don't have a key. Yeah, I thought I'd get on in case anybody wanted to learn or figure out how to enter the challenge and stuff. Oh, there's ground fog. What's going on, man? This is Mr. Inferno sent me some locks that he took out of jobs. And this is a Corbin mortise cylinder. And it didn't have any pins in it. So I just put some random pins in it. And because I didn't have a key that matched this keyway. What are you up to tonight? Ground fog? I made this like little stand so that I got on my tablet this like construction heavy duty type uh case for it. and it's got a strap on the back. You can strap your hand right to it. And I got a broken broom handle, and then I found a conduit strap, and so it's holding it up there. But this dresser is not made of real wood, and the screws are already coming out. So I might have to figure something different out. So I'm just sitting here picking at this Corbin, and I pinned myself. Have no idea if it works. And I'm about, I sat through, I was in and out through Lady Locks, but I sat through that almost the whole time picking at this one that I'm sending your way, G Key Man, that one kick cylinder. And I don't know if the damn thing even works. I don't remember where I got that from. But yeah, I really put some effort into getting it because I wanted to get it. Yeah, I got some of those. I'll have to do that. But I'm thinking about, I showed you guys my, my vise, my truck vise, and how I found that the stand for my ring light works great on the truck vise. Well, I got it was a phone holder, selfie stick type thing, and I strapped a headlamp to it. But I thought this would put more light on there. It doesn't do anything. So I got to get a better light. I don't have luck with lights. But this one's, I'm thinking about trying to figure out how to manage this one, but I don't think it's going to hold that, the tablet. Now I got, we're at 6 entries for the Broke Picks Challenge. And since I was running in and out during Lady Locks, I didn't get a chance to give it a good shot, but I think we'll do all right. We got this weekend coming up. I'm gonna make some videos. And yeah. How many people we got on there? Still got 4. So what else? We got any other lock pickers out there? We got 2 of the best. On this continent sitting right here in the chat. So if you have any questions, yeah, she announced it for me. That was awesome. I love Lady Luck so much. She's one of the most wonderful people. I had to run to the store twice, and both times, the one time I think she announced it, and then was starting to say something to me, and I had to take off. And yeah, we got 3 people. Thought we just had 8 quitters. But yeah, I'm just trying out this Corbin. I could be wasting a whole bunch of time. You never know. But the coins will start being minted tomorrow. And yeah, I'm excited. I hope it goes over well. I need to make some good videos on it. I've had the flu and everything, but I wanted to get it going because I wanted this summer um do an intermediate advanced type challenge that's actually hard. And if I get enough interest, and maybe even have uh oh yeah, that's awesome. Have you guys got it built back up yet? Because I remember you added me on it and then like wiped everything. And and it's, you said give it time. So I was giving it some time. Yeah. Ah, got a cramp in my hand. What is hanging up on me? One's overset. Damn it. You can do it. Put your pick into it. So what do we got? We got 4 people here. Let's get them in the chat. Make sure you like and subscribe. I just did a 250 subscriber giveaway, and I'm gonna do a little. I want to do a fun little giveaway for 350. Oh, I see. No wonder I didn't. I understand. Just to give you a slight idea of how un uh, computer savvy I am. I thought Discord was only Lady Lux, and it was her personal site for at least a month before Nola added me to New House, and I was like, there's more than one. So that's so. Is- oh wow, I'm not gonna read all that right now. But yeah, that's what's going on. We got the broke picks challenge and some lock picking going on, and it's on for the veterans are going to get uh my beginner set, which my personal opinion is um I can't make it $10, but what was it? So for under 30, a leather case and a snake rake, a medium hook, and a quad rake. Man, I keep forgetting the camera's over there. But I'm looking at a camera right there on the top, and two tension tools and the nice leather thing. But all the veterans are going to get one of these, and Lock Chuck's helping me out. And so with that money that I'm saving in there, with the entries, I'm going to go and get more stuff. So they'll have a vice, a pick set, uh, G Keyman donating some locks, so they're going to have locks. And yeah, maybe if I get all 25 entries, which I think we got 6 right now, considering I had the flu and didn't promote very uh well yet. I think I can sell 25 of them. I think we'll be able to set some bets up. Really, just walk in, have a pick set, a Chuck Vice, a lock, a couple locks probably, and us guys, they're giving them a beginner introduction course. I think that would be amazing. I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited about doing the meetup and that I'm blessed enough to be retired and have the time and uh, energy to try to do something like this. So I'm excited about that. Uh, what's up, P Dub? How's it going all down there, down under? I was just talking to you about you today to a friend of mine. All good things, because he was asking about doing a YouTube channel and stuff like that. Do I have any followers and all that? And I was like, I know people down under, and she's awesome. I'm waiting on Stu for the date, but I think he said either May or June or July. We're gonna do that in Holly there off 75, is my understanding. Hell yeah. I'm so excited about it. It makes me feel a little less useless. And then we're getting ready to order the stuff for the roof here. And I didn't know this. Now I'm putting a metal roof on this. I'm gonna go up there tomorrow and take all the measurements for the pipes and everything. And I take it up there where all the holes are, and they cut the holes for you and everything, and it just comes in a kit like uh, a set of Legos. You just set it down, screw it down. No cutting, no nothing. Everything's already pre-cut, pre-made, labeled ABC 1, 2, 3. You know, yeah. I was telling them about how we did that 24-hour live for New Year's Eve. That was fun. I I thought it was really cool. I think we need to do it again. I think this time maybe have some games and giveaways and stuff. I think that would be cool. Because I'd like to do that again, and I'd like to do the Super Bowl again. Yeah, we did it. We made 24 hours straight all the way around the world. That was a great idea. I thought that was fun. Exactly. That sounds like a plan to me. And the build up to each New Year's, we can have somebody in that country, or, that would be awesome. Because we had most of them covered. It seems like I've either known or know somebody from every one we did. Yeah, it was. I mean, this. I was sitting there thinking when I think you were talking to uh I can't remember who you were talking to, but I was thinking, man, when I was a kid, we had rotary phones, TVs with bunny ears, and the remote was me. Our TV didn't have a remote. We didn't have cell phones. Nobody had a computer. And then I'm sitting here today, on New Year's Eve doing around the world with lock pickers. It really was truly an interesting. I don't even know how to explain it. Because if you really sit down and think about it, when all of us were kids, could the average person get on a video screen and do an around the world broadcast? No, there's no way. Most people didn't even have video cameras. It hit me at one point in the night how what a what a crazy time and time of on this earth I've lived through is crazy. And to have somebody on there with somebody on dang near opposite sides of the world, you know, in when we were younger, there ain't no way I would unless somebody came up here to visit or I went down there to visit, I'd ever meet somebody from Australia, let alone multiple people. uh, the UK and Germany, and it was crazy. Yeah, for sure. And technological advances. Sometimes it's scary to me. I was sitting there today. Um, I was watching that Stranger Things TV show. Oh yeah, exactly. That was 2 years ago. Now look at it. But I was watching that Stranger Things TV show was on, and that's like based in the '80s when I was a kid, and I'm sitting here watching it on a flat screen TV that's connected to the internet that doesn't have bunny ears, and I can watch whatever I want whenever I want. I can pay for stuff on my TV while I'm watching my tablet that can do almost everything a computer can do, while talking on my phone that can do just as much as a tablet can do. It gets overwhelming to me sometimes. But I think we need to definitely make that a bigger event. I would love to do that again and love to make it a big spectacle. What are you picking at down there, P Dub? Yeah, exactly right, GK man. It's crazy. It's crazy when you sit there and think about it. When you slow down enough, because when you're younger, you got kids, you got job, all that. I'm lucky enough that I retired early, And yeah, I forgot where I was going. But yeah, being able to live stream from a workbench outside using Wi-Fi or your phone's internet connection. Shoot, I remember trying to untangle that 30-foot stretchy cord for your home phone. Ah, nice. I want to get a Lockwood. I'll get one day. I want to try and pick one. I never got to get one of those. There's obviously quite a few locks, but those are ones that's on my bucket list to at least shove a pick in and give her a shot. Grab this. My daughter bought me a Kentucky Fried Chicken T-shirt. She's like, she came home from the store. She's like, I got you something. It's a Kentucky Fried Chicken T-shirt. Oh yeah, everything's just at the touch of your fingertips. You don't even have to leave. You can order a new laptop off your TV from Amazon and have it delivered to your door. And depending on what city you live in, I don't know what it is down there in Australia, but like if you live in a city that has a one of the main hubs, I remember when I was living in Flint, I ordered uh what did I order? Oh, an RFI signal catcher. I don't know. I was tweaked out. I thought people were listening to me or something. I don't know. And I ordered it at like 9 o'clock at night, and at 2 o'clock in the morning, it was sitting on my porch. Yeah, I thought so. I like weird and funny shirts. I used to have a little T-shirt company, and I made funny sayings on shirts and stuff, and sold them. But how you doing? I've been wondering what happened to you all day there, heavy metal. I checked my email. I told you to email me. You said you were having a bad day. And I don't know how to get a hold of people on uh, YouTube, and you're not on the Discord. So, how you doing? You doing okay? Today gone better? Awesome. Well, as long as you feel good, you're doing good. I was just worried. I was making sure. I'm just glad you're doing good. That's all that matters. Hey, PW, I've never, I'm sure you've probably explained it, but I don't think I've ever seen it. Are you like in the north part of Australia, the southern part, east or west? No problem. Check this out. I took my truck vise and then I had my my ring light burned out, and my daughter, I sent my daughter to the store to get me a ring light, and she got me a pink unicorn ring light. Well, I figured out how to hang it up there. She thinks it was absolutely hilarious. And well, anyway, it came with this little stand and this adjuster, and it's the same thread as the truck vise, so I can move it all around, and it's all taller and everything. Worked out really good. South, awesome. So I missed what you did. You spill coffee on the on your keyboard? And yeah, heavy metal. I'm here. You can email me. If you're having a rough time, email me. I'll give you my phone number. Don't ever think I won't answer you. I may have a migraine and be out for a few hours and miss a call, but just give me a few hours and remember I get severe migraines, but I'll always answer. Oh, spilt water on it. Dang. Yeah, I was sweating bullets when I got this new tablet. When I decided I really wanted to try and get a following on here, and I would have, I was gonna be okay with being on camera and stuff. I got this tablet, which I should have got a laptop because I guess they're better for editing, something to do with, uh, I don't know. And I had to put a lot of cash down on it, and so I didn't get a case for it like a phone. And man, I sweated for about a week and a half without a case. So I got one of them like indestructible OtterBox types. Oh, there's a new house. What's going on? Because I'm one of those guys that I remember when like the iPhones came out. I was first in line to get it, and they didn't have cases for them. They were all sold out. All the iPhones were sold out, and I got the phone, walked out to the car, sat down, went to shut the door, fell out of my pocket. I shut it in the door, smashed brand new iPhone. I didn't even have long enough to sign the papers on the contract. Exactly. I don't do iPhone anymore. And I did it more than once. It happened to me more than once. Yeah. I've probably broken within the first 24 hours, if not less than 8 hours, probably 4 or 5 phones over the years. Right off the bat, right out the gate. Didn't even have all my contact information in it. Smashed. Hey RL, what's going on? I ain't late. Yeah, I'm 100% with you. Android is 100% better. Oh yeah, it was crushing. Absolutely crushing feeling and sounding too as it crunched in the door jamb of my truck. The Motorola brick phone, I had that one. The gray one that flipped open and it was kind of like a square. And I had that same one. I was just God, I think my first kid was born. Cell phones were just coming out, and I had to get one for work because I did vending machines. And so I'm doing vending machines, and we had coffee machines. Well, my boss wanted that phone on us at all times. Well, that thing was, shoot, when it was folded up, it was similar to this size, and then you had to flip it open and then pull the antenna out. And so I put it in my front pocket and it was weighing my shirt down. So I was walking around, it's like this. Well, I had to change the bucket of where, like when you get spills in the coffee machine and it goes down that little grate, there's a little bucket under there. Well, I went to change the bucket, leaned over that brand new phone. I think I had that for like two, maybe 3 days before I did this. Dropped it in the bucket of moldy, nasty coffee. Oh yeah, I'm famous for breaking them. I've been doing good the last few years, and especially uh, when I decided to take a step back and go, I'm tired of hating everybody. I'm tired of hating everything. I want every day to be good. I want to have a good time, and I'm not going to stress out about stuff. And yep, the original Motorola flip phone. And as I've calmed down over these last few years, I don't break as much stuff. And a lot of it that kind of came out like I would throw tantrums and have anger outbursts and throw stuff. I did, but it wasn't very much. I'm just they don't call me broke for nothing. Yeah, that's why I got to get them the heavy duty cases for sure. And then I always got to try and remember the the way I broke phones the most was putting them in my back pocket and then sitting down on them. Yeah, I'm pretty famous for breaking stuff. Is your phone screen broke right now, Marissa? Oh yeah, it was bad. That was out of all the things I can't remember after the accident, there's like years of gaps in my memory. But some of the weirdest things I remember is I remember messing that dropping that phone in that moldy bucket and where it was at. I could take you there right now. It was a archery um store, a little mom and pop archery store, and they had an indoor archery range and an outdoor archery range, and it was out in the country. And so we didn't go there very often. We went there like once a month or once every other month to put new coffee in the machine and change out that bucket. And it was nasty. It was summertime too. I remember it didn't even splash. There was like a mold film on the top. It just kind of engulfed the phone. Clear back and tape. Nice. Oh, you're exactly right. I remember, God, it was probably when, in fact, it was when, smartphones really started coming out and becoming popular. There was a company that had a startup, and it was a phone that you could just do ever and never ending upgrades to. So say you want a new screen. Where I put my phone. At the time, it was a little thicker. It was about this big and a little thicker. And you want a new screen? It unplugged, and you could do it yourself. Plug it in. Boom, there you go. You want better speakers on it so you can hear better. You want a bigger screen. You want more memory. You want a better camera. It was just like a plug and play thing. And then that just disappeared. Yeah, exactly. And so did um Nextel with their Motorola. You remember them Motorola that other brick phone? That one, when those came out, that's when I got my first divorce. And I remember I snapped one day. Me and my ex-wife got in an argument, screaming match, and she left and then started in me, and I finally just snapped, and I took it and I threw it as hard as I could at a steel exterior door. Yeah, the push to talk. And all that happened was the battery case came off and the battery fell out. I flipped it back on, off I went. Yeah, rice bath or desiccant. I I'm a I save desiccant packets like you wouldn't believe. Because the second, besides shutting it in the door of me breaking phones, is putting it in my hoodie pocket and it be raining out and I go running and it flies out of my hoodie pocket right through a puddle, scraping across the top of the concrete, screen down. Yeah, that's the other way I break phones. Oh, really? That's sad. I was just thinking earlier today, I had to go by. We used to have an old insane asylum here where I live, and this was over 20 years ago. Oh, God, even more than that. Because I've been towards the end of my high school, they decided to tear it down, and it was the biggest one in the United States for a long time. And but the buildings were really cool looking, and they tore it all down. And I drove by there today and was like, I mean, yeah, it still looks nice now. We got a nice little overpass and that bridge that goes over a railroad tracks, and they put in like a nature walk and a new school. It doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look like it used to, and I thought it was great. Oh, I always forget about pagers. I remember having a pager. I remember working two part-time jobs so that I could afford to have a pager because they were expensive. And towards the end of the pager era and more into the where people were getting cell phones and you could text for 25 cents a letter, um, pagers were still expensive because you had to buy the pager, which was a couple $100, and then the monthly contact for it. And yeah, oh yeah, but what I was talking about, I miss old buildings and old places and seeing places disappear like that. I love all your videos on uh, the old places down there. So somebody could page you and you can you reach in your pocket and see the number and you can call it back. You reach in your other pocket, grab your cell phone and call them back. Yeah, I do too. I think about that. Just think of all the lives and people that just have gone, lived, and died, and and had a whole entire life before you or I even existed. It's really, I guess it's because I'm getting old and stuff. I think about stuff like that, but it's I think about that a lot. The lives, the ups and downs in life, and that lock's still there. If it could talk, the stories it could have tell you, you know, they still have a pager system. I don't even really understand what the how that would even be useful unless they used it more as like an alarm, so they didn't have to put a call list together. Ah, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes I shouldn't open my mouth. So I'm like, what are they going to do? Go to a payphone and call somebody? Does somebody not have a phone? Luckily, I didn't go into that whole conversation I had in my head. You know, Australia was one of my number one places I always wanted to visit, but I don't think I could ever go down there because I'm so deathly afraid of snakes. And you guys got some snakes down there, and I'm not a big fan of frogs either. I have been almost murdered by frogs 3 times. And I think you guys got like poisonous frogs down there that are plotting on me with all the other frogs. Oh yeah, that makes sense now too. If the cell towers are down. You guys got a, I don't know, they don't like me. They I don't know. They tried to kill me 3 times and I got witnesses. Yeah, they do. You know, my stepson didn't believe me until he always make fun of me. And then uh, I had owned a business that I did window cleaning and power washing and house washing and roof cleaning, and I cleaned concrete and all that stuff, outside cleanup stuff. And he would always make fun of me about the frogs and tell me I was making it up until we went to go clean the gutters out at this house. And I told him to come over and hold the ladder for me because it was on kind of a steep angle. And because he came and worked with me. And so I climb up to the top of the ladder, go to reach in to clean out the eaves troughs. And this massive hybrid of a toad frog just jumps out. I mean, fangs out right at my jugular vein. And I fell off the ladder. Mind you, it was a 1-story ranch style house, but it was built on kind of a hill. And so the one side of the house, it was real steep. So I just had a small A-frame ladder, like a 6-foot A-frame ladder, and I just had him holding it. And they knew it. They were watching the whole time, and it went right for the jugular. And I fell off that ladder so quick, and yeah, now he knows there's a conspiracy. That wasn't even the most dangerous attack. Yeah, if I went down there, I would be murdered immediately. I'd have to go down there with like you know, full bodyguards. Yeah, my stepson never believed me until that day. Really. I don't trust them. I don't trust amphibians. There's two things I don't trust in this world is amphibians and birds because they don't have lips or arms. If you don't have lips or arms, I don't trust you. I seen it. I know my truth. I watched it. But I decided to take a few-day break from trying to after I got over the flu that the frogs probably had something to do with. Um, I was getting a little stressed out trying to videotape me doing that Sergeant and Queso. I can get it picked, but I talked with like Lock Chuck today. I'm trying to come up with a uh, like a jig to put the to gut it and put it back together. And then I figured I can focus more on the lock picking challenge I got going on for the vets because I have a bad habit of biting off more than I can chew. Yeah, they they probably work together because this has been a lifelong thing. It's probably as big as the JFK assassination. But I'll put it out there. That's how big this conspiracy is for these frogs and birds to try to kill me. And then when I moved to Alaska, there ain't no frogs up there. So I was like, all right, I'm good. You know, the birds started in on me. My brother calls me and asks me if I want to house sit his house and feed his bird. The uh, vampire pterodactyl. I got a scar somewhere in here from the hunk of meat that vampire bird took out of my neck. Yep, I agree. Because now I believe the cats are in on it because my daughter has a cat that 100% is trying to kill me. The first real bad frog incident, I was driving. I worked second shift, so I got out at like 11 o'clock at night, and it was a nice summer evening, and I was planning on stopping at the bar and having a couple drinks, and I'm going down the road listening to the radio. You know, it's dark out. It's 11 o'clock at night, and like the light goes dim in my uh, car, and I'm like, oh no, the face of the radio burned out. I'm like, dang it, I don't want that to happen. So I turn on the interior light and go to change the radio station or shut it off or something. And there was another hybrid fanged frog toad thing, and it went right for my jugular. So I slammed on the brakes. The car goes sideways, and it latched on too. And I had that I had the that brick next telephone we were just talking about. It went. I'm trying to beat this thing off before gets to the jugular. And so I kick open the door. The car's sideways on the middle of this. It's a country road, but it's a paved road and well traveled at 11 o'clock at night. So I come rolling out of the car. I didn't know there was a car behind me, and I'm just, you know, trying to get it off for dear life from my throat, rolling around on the pavement. And I guess I didn't put the car all the way in park, and it rolled and down into a. It wasn't a big ditch; it was just a little one. I actually drove right out of it, but yeah, this guy comes out. I'm rolling around on the ground. He goes, "Oh my God, are you all right? You need a uh, ambulance? You want me to call the cops? What's going on? Blah blah blah." And I said, "Get it off me." And so he comes running over, and I was like, "This thing's trying to kill me." And he goes, "Is that a frog?" I was like, "Yeah." And he walked away and left me there in the dark. And then, so I finally got it off and got the car out of the ditch and show up to my little hometown bar that I know the owners of. I've known my entire life. And the whole bar just goes quiet when I walked in. And the owner of the bar walks up and goes, "Were you going down such and such road?" And I said, "Yeah." "On your way home from work tonight?" I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Did you have a little incident?" I said, "As a matter of fact, I did." And I said, "I was almost murdered tonight." And then the whole place just erupts laughing. And I see way down at the end, the guy ended up coming to the bar first and was telling a story about a guy who freaked out over a frog. And he didn't see the fangs, and he didn't see the claws dug into my neck. But yeah, so I still get every time I go into that bar, there's somebody in there that still remembers that. They still talk about that story. That was 25 years ago. Yeah, I don't like zoos. Yeah, it's targeted hate crimes. It popped off of the face of the radio because it crawled across, the digital radio, the light on there. it crawled over it and blocked it out because obviously it could pick locks because it got in my van. It's some kind of hybrid something. They probably made it in one of them government labs. But yeah, every time I gotta tell this story every time I go to that bar for the last 25 years. I walk in there and some new person will be in there that's been hanging out for a little bit, and it was him, that guy, come tell the story. And I have to come tell that story. I'm glad they get a chuckle out of my traumatic, almost unaliving event. But yeah, I don't trust for amphibians, frogs, tadpoles. Them weird salamander things with the everybody's like, oh, that's so cute. Yeah, that's probably how they communicate across to assassinate people. Oh. So we had Lady Locks picking, or P Dub picking Lockwoods earlier. What else? What else is everybody else picking? Because my anxiety has went up. Oh, what do we got over? What do I even got? Oh, I'm just gonna take a breather from stressing about the what's going on, Zoe? Um, doing my black belt stuff for a week or two, and since I just hurt the crap out of my back putting that safe up there by myself, I'm gonna do some safe manipulation videos and get the uh get the broke picks challenge going. Do some more of those videos. Hopefully, sell out the 25 entries, and maybe do a intermediate advanced type challenge that's actually hard and people would want to do for the the challenge of it. And I think it'd be cool. Oh, they're not dimple locks? Well, what are they? I remember you saying something about it. I don't remember exactly how the conversation went. That's yeah, that's pretty far from that's pretty far from some dimple locks. What did you get? Oh, but as for that, I'm a dog person. Yeah. Well, what do I have? I have some. I've got a couple here, but a couple other here, but they're not mine. I got to return them. I have some medic multi lock. You wouldn't want to start off picking at those, but I got an Avis here. Uh, it's it's fairly. It's not terribly hard, but it's not terribly easy either. Maybe we'll. Oh, and you got a 30 millimeter, so you can't even fit any of the Distatator picks down there, except for maybe the Chinese set. Well, maybe what you got a Distatator and a slider. Probably Brady. I like sliders. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pin dimple lock at Avis. Doesn't have anything too crazy a bidding or anything. You got a couple lows, a couple highs, and a couple mediums. Yeah. After I get caught up on the third, since they took all my Medicare out for the last 4 months, this month, for some reason, my fault because I didn't pay attention. I thought it was just our uh, cost of living raise. Why I got a little extra, but if you remind me, I'll send this your way. There will be a dimple lock for you. So, like I said, it's probably a intermediate one. It'll take you a minute to pick it. You gotta realize it goes pretty high. Oh, you do? Let's see what lotto lock you got. I don't have much here, but what I do have, if it can help somebody, I'll help them. What's going on? My Discord is froze. There we go. Okay. Is it in general? Not live stream. But yeah. I'd like to try the slider. Or I'll send you this. You can pick at. So at least you have a brand new lock. Our videos. Oh, look at my new lock. Yeah. Oh, that looks like it'd be a fun slider lock. Nothing too crazy. Plum crazy purple. Purple's my favorite color. Oh, we got any new pickers out there? Anybody interested in learning anything about lock picking? Anybody need to know anything or want to know anything about the Broke Picks Challenge to raise money for the uh, veterans to help teach lock picking and uh, get them a new beginner set of picks, because we're going to have a meetup for some vets in either May and June or June and July. So I'm doing a challenge to raise money, and we'll get them a brand new beginner set of picks and a Chuck Weiss. This is my Frankenstein Chuck Weiss that I made a little bit bigger and stuff with the selfie stick I found. But oh, you wanna enter the challenge? Well, what you get out of the challenge, it's $40, and all of that goes to the veterans. It's going to go for pick sets, uh, Chuck Weisses, locks, whatever I can get to make somebody to hit the ground running. Where did I set my phone? I was just looking at it. Oh, um, and already I've had some donations, so the they're going to get some locks and some cooler stuff once I figure out some pricing and stuff, which is awesome. But what you do is you send me an email. I'll send you my PayPal. You do the $40 thing, and you can pick any lock, rake any lock, however you want. I just want to see you open a lock. You can send me it back in an email if you want. If you don't want to or don't do the YouTube videos, that's fine too. Or if you're just completely uncomfortable, we can talk too. But I got with Eric over at Delta 44, and what you get in return for your $40 challenge entry is you'll get a, let me make sure I find the camera right, is a Broke Picks challenge coin. The first one, these are going to be, because I'm going to do two a year, a beginners and a intermediate or advanced, depending on how well this goes over. And on the back or front, however you want to do it, it says 2025 Beginner Challenge Finalist. And that comes in a plastic case. And I was telling people earlier about it, and I couldn't find one of my coins with the plastic case on it. So you know what I'm talking about, but I found it. Because I collect challenge coins and weird coins and stuff like that. But it'll come in a, I gotta remember that camera's over there, but see, it's got a protective plastic case, the coin, and a certificate. You get a nice certificate to hang on the wall that says you completed the Broke Picks challenge. And then, like I said, then I got with 44 Delta and Chuck Lock Chuck is donating vices. My goal was to get 10 vices. Ten vices and 10 pick sets. Well, I'm gonna end up with 20 vices and 10 pick sets, which I'll probably get more because I got with Southern Specialties, and I had put together uh this the last month or few months my, if I were to make a beginner pick set, these are the profiles and everything that I would do and the case I would get. So the beginner one is right here, and it's got my logo on it. And they'll get a quad rake, a snake rake, a hook. I'd say that's like a medium hook, a medium to short hook, a Z, top of the keyway, bottom of the keyway type Z bar, and then a twisted tension wrench, and then the nice leather case. So they'll get that, the nice chuck vise, and G Keyman's throwing in some locks. I've already thrown in some locks that'll be going out there. I'm probably going to get more. Um, well, I'm definitely going to get more, and it's all going to be above board. At any time anybody can ask, I can show where every dime went, because I want to do this for the vets, not me, not for anything, but doing a fun challenge that brings in, as a beginner lock picker, you can enter this challenge. You can go order the $10 Covert Instruments or Jimmy Long sets and enter this and help a veteran get into a hobby with help with their manual dexterity, because anybody who knows me knows I went through some bad stuff and I came out on the other end. And honest to God, one of the main reasons why I'm breathing today is because of this sport and stuff. And I think it can help other people too. So that's why it's very important to me. And yeah, so that's the plan. But the next challenge, if it goes through, I got 6 people signed up right now. If that all goes through, good. And 25 entries, because I only did 25. So if I lost out on a few $100, yeah, it'd suck, but at least I tried, I guess, is the only thing I could think of. But that's the plan. I completely forgot where I went, but I only did 25 entries, so there's only going to be 25 coins ever for this, and 25 certificates ever for this, and so yeah, that's the plan. And then the next challenge I want to do for intermediate to advanced pickers, and possibly doing some type of competitive type thing, but you also get a challenge coin and a certificate for being in it. But maybe do the challenge, whoever were to the top three get something extra. I don't know exactly yet, because I didn't want to think too far ahead, because I have a problem with getting big ideas and then they swell even bigger and bigger and bigger, and I gotta rein myself back in. And I didn't want to get too far ahead of myself, so I just want to get 25 of these at $40 a piece. That's a grand. I'll have with the coins and everything. I'll have about 350 something. 300. Okay, then 17 at 10 was 175. 3, 4, 75 plus. So I'm gonna have at least $500-600 to work with to get extra stuff now for, say, like brand new locks. They'll have the pick set, the case, the vise. What else do you guys think? What would be awesome to just start right out as? Oh, I could probably do like the 3D printed little gutting cases. Since I'm gonna have extra, because Chuck Vice or Chuck Block Chuck jumped in and was like, I want to make some uh, vices for you. But yeah, maybe one of these guys, or one of the 3D printed follower sets, so that they can do that and some new locks. I don't know. Black Smoke Joe, what's going on? I'm just babbling at the moment. We're talking locks and picks, and I got a challenge going on, and so we're raising money for veterans. And so if you have any questions, like you want to learn about lock picking, want to know about the challenge, uh, whatever you're interested in, we got some of the best pickers out there sitting in our chat right now. So if I can't answer it, I guarantee one of these guys can. And we're more than willing to help out, answer any questions. I get sidetracked real easily. I have a traumatic brain injury, and so my memory I kind of go off every once in a while. But back to picking, since I was talking to Chuck Soup about that. Uh, What was I talking to him about? Oh, the Avis. Here, we'll give this a pick. See if I can't pick it on camera. Because I've got it down now quite a few times. I had only picked it 2 or 3 times as of yesterday. But now I'm doing really good at it. But we're going to turn the camera on and try to pick it. So we'll be lucky if I even set one pin, because that's what always happens. All right. All right. Do you have a pick set? Um, have you tried yet? Or are you just watching videos? Um, let's get you pointed in the right direction, no matter where you're at. Yeah, it's terrible. I have it so bad you don't even know. Oh, you got a cheapo from Amazon? All right, we all got to start somewhere. I've had more than one of those in my day. So have you picked anything, or you just kind of got it in your back pocket and oh, going one day I'm gonna pick something? Because I remember walking around doing that when I got my first set. But we can point you towards probably the right locks. Oh, you picked a few Harbor Freight locks? Nice. Shoot, you're lucky. Um, I just got a Harbor Freight lock and I put the key in it, opened it once just to see if it worked. And it didn't work again. I had to totally gut the thing. So, what questions do you have? You got a set, you've picked some locks, and you want to know what to do next? Or you're looking for um, to get into the belt system? Do you know about the belt system, the Lock Pickers United belt system? Are you wanting to know what locks to do next? Um, oh yeah, yeah. You can smack them on the ground; they'll open, but the tolerances and they're made so terrible that we were just talking about this. We were just talking about it. It makes almost a completely useless lock into unpickable because it's just such a piece of junk. Well, yeah, we got, if you're interested in the belt system, we can point you in that direction. If you're interested in content, we got a lot of great people that you can learn a lot from. I think, Chuck Soup, you're a green belt too, right? Because I just put in and got my green belt. I put it off for many years, and I'm just going to skip up to the black belt, but I'm taking a little bit of time. Oh yeah, they definitely do. Because when you're picking a lock, you're exploiting the fact that mass production of a lock um, creates, say, for a pin and tumbler lock, it'll go for this dimple lock. You're trying to drill 4-pin holes into a round uh, cylinder, put pins in. And what we do is take that exploit that we know that they can't make perfectly drilled straight holes, and we use it to our advantage. So what do? We apply tension to it. And when we apply tension to it, it creates what's called a binding pin. I gotta make sure I'm in the camera. There we go. It creates a binding pin because in the lock, if you were to cut the face off, you have a spring putting pressure on a driver pin, which is this right here, that is putting pressure on a key pin. And when you put the key in, the key pushes the key pin into the driver pin up to what's called the shear line. And when it reaches the shear line, it opens. But what we're using to pick the lock is the fact that this hole is drilled here, but the one behind it is drilled just a hair off. So we create tension on it and bind that pin so that we can push that particular pin stack up and pick that pin stack, which creates tension on the next binding pin, and so on and so on. And so better companies, I don't want to say that there's huge companies that make junk locks, but um, we're playing on the machining tolerances, and I started reading Pocket Woman's and totally forgot what I was saying. Oh, but yeah, uh, just like with any tool, your car, the materials you put in your house, if you put better materials, get better equipment, get better tools, get better locks, they're going to be better. And so, like you see, the dollar store locks, I'm shooting for my black belt, and I only just, I've been picking since I was a kid. Like, I don't know how old I am. I don't know, somewhere in my 40s. But I've been picking since I was younger than a teenager. Yeah, we're taking advantage of lack of quality control. But that goes across the board because if that were, you know, a where it would extensively get worse and worse and worse until they just didn't work. That doesn't happen. Well, it kind of does, but what was I trying to say? We're taking advantage of the fact that you can't massively produce anything and make it perfect. Yeah, once that truck hit me, I stopped keeping track. But so that's what we're doing. Sorry, I got kind of sidetracked. But that's what we do for a hobby. Yes, better lock companies make better locks. Better pick companies make better picks. But there ain't no. I don't shame anybody for what picks they use. Um, I still have uh, cheap Chinese. Maybe I don't. I may be lying right now. Um, I just gave Knit and Made like all my extra stuff, what I got left. So yeah, I don't anymore, but I still have some of the cheaper company tools here. Um, and I still have them, even though I have nicer ones because they work for me. So yeah, what G Keyman said. So yeah. So if you want, I'm probably gonna guess here you're gonna be like, well, what's the best type of locks to pick without breaking the bank at a beginner? Um, I would say if this was your question, what would I start off on? I don't want to say it, but the master, just like in the belt system, the master. I don't even want to say it because I got a master sitting around here somewhere that I can't pick. It's like it's such a piece of crap. It just, I don't know what's wrong with it, but yeah. So what is Lady Locks? What is that one that? Yeah, exactly. That's very true too. Lady Locks says those Brinks colored ones, but I don't remember what they're called or anything. Let's see if we can't find that. And they're supposed to be cheap. And she always says they're at Walmart, right? I've never personally picked one that I can think of. Um, let's see what's on the white and yellow list. Lock Pickers United. I'll tell you. So besides, I'd recommend with um, Master Lock, the Master Lock 150 or the Master Lock 140, the brass ones, right there. Oh, there. Keep forgetting that camera's over there. But these, I don't mind these. And then when you get up into advanced, there's, or like an intermediate picker, there's a couple of good lotto locks that I like. Yeah, these Master Locks 140s and the 150s. I like them. For some reason, they've always turned out good for me. What else we got? The Abus 45. That's a good one. Master Lock 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know what that Thompson is. It's a special brass lock. Let's see what the yellow bolt is. The Abus 5530. I like those. Um, I've had a lot. Yeah, that's right. I always had a lot of luck with the if you had an Ace hardware store by you, the Ace padlocks from there. Um, I would recommend any. The 5200 is a yellow belt lock. Doesn't even make sense to me. It's laminated. I'll look up to orange real quick and give you my recommendations. I guess the 40 here. This 40 is the next belt up, which is yellow. See a lot of squares around here. You're from the United States, right? I'm not trying to get them to go to an Ace Hardware that doesn't exist in a different country. Yeah, garage sales. Me and G Key Man here are always going to the flea market just about every Sunday and pick out lots. Orange belt. Uh, yeah, the Avis 5540, 6050. Uh, those are all good ones, fun ones. The Avis Titanium. Uh, can't speak for some of these, and some of them I just don't like. But that's my personal opinion. But yeah, that's a good start there. Yeah, the only thing you got to worry about, I tell new people, is if you go get locks like I've been sitting here for a while trying to pick this kid cylinder here, but it doesn't have a key. I don't know if it really even works. It might be jammed up and doesn't work. I have no idea. So I might be frustrating myself for no reason. So at least until you get comfortable, I would say. I mean, if you go somewhere and I don't have a key, I'll give it to you for $1. Yeah, take it, but don't get yourself bogged down if you can't pick a particular lock that could be damaged. Oh yeah, that's the place to go to get some padlocks is the flea markets and the salvage yards, like P Dub said. Yeah, door locks, deadbolts. Um, yep. Uh, I like going to what was I just gonna say? Right there. Estate sales. Um, or go to your That's what I was going to say. I've found a lot of locks and stuff at like the U-Haul and storage places. They cut up, people don't pay and they just cut their lock off. I tell them to save them for me. And then if you know anybody in your local like government in the maintenance department, because they got to change the locks on all the buildings all the time, quite often anyway. I used to get a lot of locks from them, and then your local locksmith. But approach them with caution. There are locksmiths who don't like us and can be jerks. And the Restore Habitat for Humanity. That's a big place. I get a lot of locks from. If G Keyman don't beat me there first. But yeah, and oh, I said that. I said like maintenance for your local town. But yeah, you got any other questions? Anything else you're interested in knowing? Those are usually the three first questions. And I would say your best thing is to get involved in the community, the Facebook, Reddit, uh, obviously here on YouTube. Like and subscribe to these guys, see who they're watching, and liking and subscribing to watch lives. Yeah, yeah. Once if you keep going and you keep it at this, you end up being very wily, and you learn to see locks where you never saw locks before. Apartment buildings. When you see a moving truck there, a lot of times they change out the lock. I have a whole collection of mailbox keys, and my friends, yep, uh, yeah, there's a whole thing of mailbox keys. Every one of my friends, they don't have a spare key or a set of keys in their house that most people do, because if they have keys that they don't know what they went to, or locks they don't have keys to, talk to your friends, stuff like that. I've wiped everybody out. I got car keys to government building keys and locks. Yeah, and wafer locks on the toolboxes on the trucks that get wrecked, and padlocks on the boxes of the tools that get of the trucks that get wrecked. And then you talk to the salvage yard guy and be like, hey, if you cut the padlocks off of the toolboxes in there, just save them up and give them to me. Yeah, junkyards, keys and locks and automotive locks to um there was I found one time I went to a pick and pull yard, um a locksmith truck got wrecked, and I dug out a box of mortise cylinders and a couple padlocks and some keys, and but most of it was all already taken. He got all of his stuff. It was just the garbage, but there was, locks laying in there. And yeah, and I'm a lot to handle. But make sure you like and subscribe, and even if you don't like me, I got a lot of a lot of people that follow me have extremely way better sites and are way better pickers and way better at making content. Yeah, we'll always be here. If you have any questions, don't feel stupid. There's this community of people. They have it's not like others. We take care of each other and look out for each other and make sure we're good, and we don't give people a hard time. That's fine. Yeah, wiper blades from cars give you tension wrenches. Like I said, you learn to be wily. G Key Man there he's like the MacGyver of lock picking. He'll turn around, he's made a pick out of a windshield wiper blade and a tensioner. And yeah, it's a really fun sport, and there's a lot of facets to it. I'm trying not to overwhelm you, but I get excited when I see new pickers. You're not a typical guy, that don't matter. This is this is our escape from all that bullshit in the world. I don't care what you are. You like locks, you like picking locks. I don't care if you got another arm growing out your forehead. Yep, street sweeper. The I always called them the whiskers off those. That's a good metal. And I've made tensioners out of bicycle spokes too. Yep, it's all about having fun with locks and getting that shackle pop and watching us freak out when we get it, and then we get it on camera. I've been known to do it because I really struggle getting it on camera. My locks are camera shy, but yeah, this is about collecting locks, collecting lock picking tools, learning lock picking, teaching. So if you're worried about that, don't. And there's people in this community and sport I've known for years that if we were out in a crowd of people, the only way I would know them would be by looking at their hands. And then there's people like me who go the opposite way. I don't care. Look at my face. I don't give a shit. Want to see the address to my house? Come over here. I don't give a shit. Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts too. Is uh taking them apart. I don't do it as much anymore, but I try not to because I got some hand problems. But yeah, and we don't care if you're old, young. Let's just make it about lock picking tools and locks and how to defeat them, making sure somebody has a ear if they need it. Am I going to get this sucker? I can't. I doubt. I try to encourage and support everybody I can. Yeah, it's all about the locks and the stories about the locks. It can be like fishing, like that one that got away, that lock that it started the it started to turn, but my tension tool flinged off. I know it was open. I literally said that yesterday. I know it was open. And finding that rare lock and that rare friend that, you know, yeah, yeah, it is true. This has helped me on more levels than you could even possibly imagine. Just lost like 3 pins. Yeah, they definitely are a gateway. Oh yeah, that was a good one. That was a good click. That was a good click on number one. Not all locks. Some come apart to service, yeah, and uh, be able to um, change the key, and uh, if there's an issue, you can service it. Yeah, no, yeah. Part of the community is you never pick a lock that you don't own, and you never pick a lock in use because picking a lock, you can damage it, and you will break locks. I've broken locks, and if it's one in use and you break your lock, you are crap out of luck. In Abus, I have no idea. An Abus something, dimple lock. It's all about how the locks work, what they look like, manipulating weaknesses in the locks. I find it very calming, and so I do get stressed out sometimes. Yeah, you don't want to mess up your door locks. You want to keep everything above board. It ain't worth it. Trust me. I spent a lifetime of being a piece of shit and doing dumb shit. I never really was a thief. I didn't go out stealing shit. But I did a lot of dumb stuff. Ended up in jail. And this was all I had. It's got some deep set pins. Yeah, because it will be perceived as, in some places, I don't want to say will be, but it can be perceived as, in the eyes of the law, as burglary tools. See, this lock is camera shy. Nice. Oh, it's one pin away. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I got greedy. So I wanted to look good on camera. I was popping this like crazy. a little while ago. But you get the camera out. Mhm. Yeah, we got people on here from Australia to I'm from Michigan. Oh, yeah, people all over. And then you can get into higher security locks and uh, locks from out of the country, like European locks. They got good locks. Um, oh, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff you can get in to lever locks, dimple locks. Um, what was that? I just accidentally hit something, getting a full set just sitting here like this. I think I did. Um, there's all kinds of stuff you can get into. You can get into safes. I like safes. Now that I got that off the floor, and I've been up half the night because I really hurt my back lifting it up onto the top of this. And I'm afraid if I lay down, I won't be able to get back up. So I'm going to do some safe videos. I've been looking forward to that. And you meet a lot of really, really wonderful people that just become instant friends and friends for life. I told this one kid, um, he was he was interested in lockpicking, and so I was telling him about it, and I dug in my tools and I got him a nice little set together, gave him a bunch of locks. He was a good kid, and I was telling him about all the people in the community of the lock sport and lock picking, and all that. And I said it's like you got you got a shopping. You just want a shopping spree at the best friend store, and I never seen him again. But he ended up moving after I gave him locks and lock picks and stuff, and my life was coming apart. He ended up moving with this girl, I want to say to West Virginia. And he's like, "You were right. It is like their best friend store." Yeah, I met a lot of good people on there, just like I did. But yeah, I haven't heard from him in a while, but I've changed my number since and had to get rid of, I think, that. We used to talk on Facebook. I had to get rid of some of my old Facebooks and uh, just start life over again. So I lost track of a couple people. He was one of them. Bandit, he likes that little pics that I got together for him. He ended up uh, going and working doing tow truck driving, and and yeah, he uh, he told me one time that uh, he really liked the lock picking and stuff, and he did lockouts through the tow truck company, and they gave him extra money because he knew how to do it. Because I gave him that pick set, and I had a cheap. It was a really cheap Chinese like uh, lockout for cars set. I gave that to him because he was talking about going to be a truck driver. I said, "Well, you can make more money if you go there and tell him you can do some lockouts." But yeah, he did. He ended up making extra money and enjoyed the tow truck driving. And he did all the lockouts because the other guys didn't want to do it. And last I heard, he was doing good. And I hope it stayed that way. Come on, you're in a default set. This is what it was doing for me the other day. I get it on camera. I go into a default set. I have 5 of the 6 of them set. And the one that's not set is not overset. Yeah, for sure. Come on, don't make me lose it. But yeah, there's even groups in here that they do all the. I like the mechanical of it. I'm not into the software and stuff like that. That kind of stuff where you can get into that, and it can become a career, a business opportunity. I was always an entrepreneur because I was when I worked for companies, I was always in human resources. I have so many certificates for classes I've had to take through human resources for dumb shit I got in trouble for or stuff I said. Yeah. So I always, even then, when I had to work for other people, I always had a business on the side, and then I eventually became successful enough to work on my own, and I never looked back. Oh, nice. Do you know how many locks I would have if I won one of them big lotteries and money wasn't an object? A, uh, even when I was making um, a ridiculous amount of money that I could spend money on a lot of stuff. I had a lot of locks and stuff, but if I hit it now and didn't have to work, my kids are all grown up. All I have to do is uh, baby and spoil my grandson, oh, it would be on. It just depends, I guess. Like a safe is either has a dial on it and it's a closed off thing where you're thinking of like uh just like a dial padlock. I don't consider that safe cracking, but it's using the same principle uh in what you're doing, a little bit different on some of them and the same on the rest. Uh I consider safe cracking what's sitting right there, a safe with a dial. I prefer dials instead of you know, I don't consider this safe cracking. I consider this dial manipulation. But that's nice. Me and GK, man, love safes. Uh, he brought me over to put together. Here's a big red. This is one I've been trying to get my hands on for a long time. I gotta get a dial for it and set it up, but I got it all set up. Because now you got me talking about the big red, and I want to show it because one of the things I really like about safe manipulation and stuff is where did I put that? I think the mechanics of a safe are beautiful. You know, some of them are just astonishing, but just regular 3 or 4 or 2 wheel uh, safe lock. I think they're just a beautiful thing, and I like watching them. I'll tell you one secret about me. I like to when I'm manipulating a safe dial, I like to uh, put my phone and record it, record me doing it, not just for practice and learning, but because I like watching the wheels. I think it's beautiful and the way the arm hits it, and yeah. But look at that I think they're beautiful and they're brass. That's got the anodized uh red or orange. I don't know the difference between red and orange. I'm partially colorblind, but I know that it's a fancy color. Yeah, I can't wait to get this mounted and start practicing on that. I've cracked some Sergeant and Greenleaf. That's a 6700. I got that out of a McDonald's they were redoing, and they lost the combination. They hadn't been locking it in years, and so they were replacing it, and they were trying to drag it out to the dumpster. I was like, no. They're like, well, we don't know the combination. I was like, well, I got the change key in my pocket. But I didn't use it right then. I took it back and figured out, then took it apart and rebuilt it and painted the safe and rebuilt the insides, and yeah, So that's a 6700 Sergeant Greenleaf. I can't for the life of me remember all the numbers, but and I've done quite a few Lagards, Moslers, Centuries, uh, and hopefully soon. I dream about this. I can feel the wheels calling me in my sleep, just going, "Come on, just give us a spin." So I want to try this so bad, but I gotta get down first. But yeah, yeah, you should. Yale safe lock, dial locks. I've done, uh, but yeah, when I'm manipulating a safe dial, it's like I feel like I can slow time down. Like the the earth starts to slow down, the spinning, uh, everything just slows down, and even my heart rate. And it's I don't know. It's hard to explain for me. I'd like to get a French lock. I think a Fauchette uh, dial lock. That would be amazing. I'd like to get one of those, but those are real expensive. But I would like to see how that feels. But I can just manipulate that dial is I can time slows down. I can hear one flutter of a fly's beating wing, and it's surreal to me how I can just calm myself down. I don't have to worry about so much about my hands and shaking. I really like the safes, and that's another thing I like about this sport is you can go from pin tumbler lock right into the dimple lock into a uh, lever lock, a wafer lock, a warded lock. You never run out of interesting locks. And then you say you've picked all kinds of all of the above, then you can go practice doing safes. You can go practice key uh, impressioning. You can go learn to do bump keys. You can learn how to do uh, destructive entry and non-destructive entry, and uh, go into safes and uh, vaults and electrical security systems. Yeah, I think it was one of the things that helped me calm down. And it is one of the things that can help me calm down when I get really bad anxiety. I I did a lot of shitty and dumb things. Hung out with a lot of the wrong people. Did not give a shit about anybody else but myself. Uh, I paid dearly the consequences. But picking locks, and then I started uh, getting safes. And I would people couldn't open them, or they forgot the combination, or they were moving, or whatever the case may be. I'd pick them up really cheap, and I'd repaint them, put carpet on the inside. Uh, I would drill a hole in the back and run electricity in there so there was a light. Uh, I turned one into a humidor type thing. Uh, yeah, they calm me down. Picking locks can calm me down too, but not like safes, because I got to feel that dial with every part of me. If that makes any sense, I got to feel it with the air and the ground and my body and the barometric pressure in the air, and I got to be able to shut my eyes and picture that wheel spinning, and picture isolating one wheel from the others, and slowing it down in my head. Yeah, yeah, I just say it works really good for me. I love doing it. It's very calming and relaxing. Yeah, and I like exploiting the flaws too. Yeah, and you think people, P Dove, it's a good skill to have, yeah. But you think people give us crap about when you tell them you pick locks, tell them you like to crack safes, and you're definitely on the watch list. And then you take a guy that looks like me and my background. What do you do for fun? I pick locks and crack safes and build challenge locks. Is it just me, or does Avis dimple locks always seem like they all set way higher? I feel like I'm pushing these pins way out of the realm of possibility that that key is hit, being able to push it up that high. Yeah. And I tell you what, I do get a kick out of and truly enjoy in my daily just life, just walking around, going to the store, going to a library, going to the pizza place, driving in a car, going to the bank, looking at every places, cars, buildings, locks, and be like, get into that. That's nothing. Why would they even put that on there? You might as well not even have a lock on there if you're going to have that one on there. I sit there and have those conversations with myself all day, every day. Or if you're going to spend that kind of money on a lock, I wouldn't have got that one. And knowing that at some point, if something ever did happen and there was some kind of catastrophe or something, that I have another skill set that could be not only very useful, but could bring life and death. Yeah, they are not. And you know what they do? They drill them 99.9% of the time. Like, I get upset when I see people drilling safes out. I talked to a business shut down out in Flint, the town by me, and I can't remember what they did. They made some kind of, it was a tiny little manufacturing place that made some type of aerospace thing. I don't know what it was, but they had a big old safe in there, and they were selling it if you could get it out. And I said, well, will you just let me buy the dial out of it? Because I'm not going to be able to get it out. They're like, no, you can't sell it like that. And we ain't going to be able to get the dial out because you're going to have it drilled because someone shut it. And while they were cleaning it out, and nobody knew the code. So I had happened to buy something else. I think it was a job box. And I went back the next day to get it because my truck was full of tools from my business. And so I cleaned out my truck that night, came the next day, and somebody had bought the safe. And it was an old company, and they just made a couple little parts here and there. And I don't think it was a family run business, so it was a old Mosler safe dial. Mosler, you know. So it was a beautiful dial, and the door was, painted nicely and had nice decoration. And I come in to, and I was like, oh God, they're not drilling into that, are they? For the love of God. Yep. And anyway, long story short, I get my stuff and I go to, I end up, oh, there it is. I got it. Um, I ended up buying something else. So I went and talked to the lady that was running the sale, and I hear that locksmith back there. Yeah, I'm one of the best safe guys in the country, if not the world. Blah blah blah. there isn't a safe I can't get into, blah blah, and just talking himself up. I was like, well, why didn't you get into that one instead of drilling it out? And he's like, well, how do you think we get into them? You can't get into that. I was like, I have gotten into those specific dials myself. It was sad. It was a beautiful safe door, and on the inside it had two, might have even been four, but damn it, my brain's not working. Oh, I got one sitting right here. Uh, how about you fall? Uh, where is it? Oh, I don't remember what the name is. A safety deposit box with the uh, customer key and the manager key. So it either had a 2 or 4 shelf safety deposit boxes in it. It was such a beautiful safe, and he just drilled right through it and acted like he was a some kind of great skilled technician. Oh, I'm still mad about it. I didn't get lost in my thought and run everybody off, did I? I think being cooped up this winter is really starting to get to me. We had that 50-degree day yesterday. Dang near felt like 60. I just want to get on my bike and ride. Yeah. Well, I'm not saying there's not skilled drillers out there, because there are skilled technicians that can drill directly and do. This guy was just a hack. He probably went out to YouTube or uh, his manual in his truck and be like, okay, I gotta drill right here and then punch it out and then rip this beautiful, probably 70 to 100-year-old dial out, just destroy it. I'm still mad. I feel the same way about padlocks. When I see people go cutting them off and stuff. And yeah, sometimes you gotta cut them off. Yeah, they get damaged and crappy. Maybe that padlock just has my number, because there's a few of them out there that do. But you can definitely take time to try and preserve some history. I can't believe how well this worked out with this. I can twist this up higher or lower and tighten it down, and then adjust the swivel head there. and higher and lower right there, I believe too. Is it? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm glad I noticed that it was all the same threading. That helps out a lot. I probably ran off the new guys. Like, these guys are fucking nuts. I'm tired. My back hurts. I know I can't really lay down, so I'm going to sit here and pick. And if only one person, or I'm just talking to myself. It doesn't matter to me today because my back is killing me. I don't know why I lifted that thing up there. I should have waited, but I got excited, so I want to manipulate it. But that's something that I don't think I can do live because I need music and um, I need to be able to listen to music, and God forbid you have the slight sound of a song from the radio that you can hear anywhere you want to go to. God forbid you have that in your video. Have a little bit of music playing, sit back relaxed, turn the camera on, and not worry about people are watching, and just because I'm not like some kind of super safe cracker. It sometimes I can get them, and I got that one in like it was under 5 minutes. But then I've had, I would say it's about 2 out of 10 I can get in a super fast time. Other than that, I got this one from my buddy who got it from a jewelry store. I can't remember the name of the safe dial on it. Drawing a blank, but that took me like a year to get. Granted, I can say, well, it was outside in the garage. I barely had any room, and I was sitting on the floor trying to manipulate it from the floor, squeezed between the floor and the garage. They had never opened it, and it sat out in moisture and all that. I can say that, but it was a hard safe, and it was hard to do in that situation. So I worked on it 2, 3 times a month for an hour or 3 hours, and it took me like a year to get it, but I did get it. I've never been beaten by a safe. I mean, besides one that's damaged. But yeah, that was. I was like, oh man, maybe somebody's having a few drinks tonight and having a good time. Yeah. Like, what is going on? Should we say something? Maybe we should DM me. Maybe she needs an intervention or something. We got 4 people watching. It's been a steady 4 people. I don't know who the other 2 are. What's that other guy still watching? But I haven't seen it go down or up in a bit. I've been paying super close attention, but every time I look, it's 4. Oh, one of them's me. I forgot. So it's you two, me, and somebody else. But I hope the challenge goes okay. I hope I win some, or I get all the coins sold and don't have to eat it. Because I think it would be super awesome to show up to the Mitten Maid thing and be like, "Oh, you got 10 guys here? All right. How would they like a brand new pick set, a chuck vice, a lock?" And then we're all going to hang out there for the day teaching you how to do it. Here's an extra lock. I got one more because it went well. I can do my impression of Oprah. You get a vice. You get a vice. You get a vice. I just think that would be cool. And maybe be the little push that maybe a veteran or somebody, even it doesn't even have to be the somebody watching, gives them that little nudge over the edge to try it, because once you try it. Oh, man. I need a muscle relaxer or a painkiller or something. At least if I get lost blabbering on, I don't feel my back as much. It feels like somebody's trying to dig out with short fingernails from inside my kidneys right now. I pulled both those muscles on both sides. Oh, this isn't Restream the one you use, P-Dub? Or do you use Stream Yard? I gotta figure out what all the buttons do and figure out how to add a person. Because I'm telling you what, I told Dig, I was like, I love it when you do the when you show your locks you got for negative 37 cents, and the guy brought it out to your car as a favor for taking the lock from him. I said, you know what we should do is once a week do a video, and you can go through your whole collection, and that'll be just what the video, just me and you talking about your collection. You can take as long as you want on one or whatever, because that guy loves his locks. And you can tell when somebody cares about something or is really into it, just in their voice and their mannerisms and everything. And he loves his locks for sure. Oh, what should I pick now? I gotta give that a break because that's gonna stress me out. Let's try this other kick. Try this one last time, and then I'll do that kick. So I don't know if I screwed something up with it. Oh, no, that hurts. Yep, new ones all the time, and has he got a collection? And I think he took it as like I was joking about it. I'm dead serious. I'll do one every week with him. Not only do I want to learn about some of the ones he has, me and Dig have some good conversations about locks and strange ones from different places, and I like it when somebody really actually gives a crap, and he loves them. It just makes it so much better. And we'll keep getting it pretty close. Yeah, like that one. I got to go back and watch it. I don't know. He said something about the Haribo company, like the gummy bears. And then I had to go. run to the store real quick, and I missed it, and I wanted to go back through and watch what he said because I was so fascinated. Usually, I'll just like throw the phone in the seat and just listen, but I know I wouldn't have been able to drive and pay attention because I was that interested in it too. So I had to just shut it off. Come on, you right there. What's overset or underset? I don't remember what kind of pins I put in here. I probably put a lot of spool pins because I like spool pins. We got 5 people. Make sure you like and subscribe. I do giveaways. We just did a 250 subscriber giveaway. I'm going to do a small little 350 giveaway. I want to do a funny little contest for 350. And then we got the Broke Picks Challenge going on to raise money for veterans. And if you have any questions, want to learn about any lock picking, definitely love spool pins. That's why my favorite comfort lock is that Master 6832. They always got a lot of spools in them, and they give like I think it's the over ridiculous amount of feedback they give, where it's like it goes counterclockwise. You hit that pin, it's like, woo, where like a lot of times you'll get that counterclockwise, like, and then you get it, and then, but on them 6832s, it's like it's such a dramatic spool pin. Guess this one's gonna be a pain in my ass. Oh, there we go. So what else? We got any new people? Anybody interested? We got 6 people. I think that's so tiny I can't see it. But I'm picking a Corbin here. Mortis cylinder. I may not get it because this is definitely a camera shy lock. 100%. It's never been opened on camera. And I just pinned it. And I've never opened it at all. I'm not going to get frustrated. I'm going to move on to something else. I'll come back to it. I got given enough time for this one, maybe just a break from this one. So you guys think I should, if the challenge goes okay, and I decide to go ahead with the second challenge, you think I should do a first, second, and third place in something? There's nothing. Like there's no set, there's no underset, there's no overset, no clicks. Oh, there's one. Other than that, they just springily just push to the top. Yeah, definitely need to cover the cost. I've went over how I've been going to do this challenge for a couple years now in my head, and this was the best way to cover the cost and try not to be sitting here eating three, $400, $500 bill if it flops. I don't think it's gonna. I already got 6 people signed up, and that's off of me barely really even saying anything about it. Just a couple little quick videos, and then I got the flu, and I was down for a week, and everybody forgot. And then I come back in 2 days. I get 6 people right off the bat. I'm just missing that first pin. I tell you what, I will miss the first pin on a lock all the time. I don't know why I never, especially on these kick cylinders and the schlegs. I'll sit there and pick the thing forever and never once touch that first pin. But I want people to get a like a sense of accomplishment, because you both know, we all know, we put thousands of dollars and thousands of hours and uh, in learning what we do, you know. And like with the uh, pack lock thing, it's it's somebody saying, "Hey, you're amazing at that, and here's something to say we recognize you for it." I want this to not only be about the veterans and helping them, but recognizing the people in the community too, you know. Oh, then full center did it just slide into place. And I'd really like to one day do a challenge that was, you know, where there was one winner that beat everybody else, you know, was the heavyweight champion. And then see, I get visions of grandeur. I'd like to see that have a East Coast champion and a West Coast, and then see who's the champion out of them two, and then UK versus United States, the champion out of that, and then Australia versus whoever won that previous one, and on and on. I want to see something like that. I think that would be awesome. Huh, none of these are set. They're not overset either. We got six people still. Has anybody got any questions? Anything? Something? Two? Really? Two? You gotta be shitting. Um, yeah, any questions? Want to learn about lock picking? Or I'm just watching old man sit here and babble on because his back hurts and he can't sleep. And talk about the last few things he'd like to see before he dies. Oh, yeah, here. That was weird. Oh, we got some binding. my unicorn light that's attached to the shelf. Yeah. What I did was I took this part off, and it had the phone holder for it, and I just clipped the phone holder on the bottom of the 2x4 on the bottom of the shelf I made. And it holds it perfect. It's painful. I really need a new light. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I guess she heard me telling that story earlier about the uh, unicorn ring light, and she was laughing to herself because my daughter is an evil child. Yeah, it's just hanging off there. Right in the middle, there's a little metal holder that holds the cell phone. Instead of holding the cell phone, it's holding the 2x4 above it. I just took the stand off and added it to my vise. Me move, so I'm not in that like that. Oh, I didn't realize that's what you were doing. I'm tired out. Oh, man, I screwed up my. I really screwed it up. Probably turn it to the side a little bit, point it in a different direction. Maybe that'd be better. Is that a little better? The light to the right of the camera. Only got one light, and then the ceiling light. Oh, right up here. Oh, so that light right there needs to be moved out of the camera view. Is what you're getting at, right? I can definitely move it. It's got a long cord, and I can unplug it, plug it in somewhere else. Maybe I can set it up to where it's actually doing some good. Yeah, maybe we'll try over here. I'll get well, a little bit. Stable. Okay. Just get it to stay there. Great. Great. Just do that. I don't know. Oh, it'd have to be like right here. I doubt this one. Well, let's wait, hold it up. Ah, I see. Oh, pull this off. Let's see if it'll. If I could just get one good light, that would be great. Just lit up a small area for me to do this. I would be so happy. Fires go. I still out. What other? We got 5 people. Wait, this camera is still muted. Okay. I think it's all right. Maybe I can make it. Set that there. Alright, this work out for me. At least really let's do this live or something. Just be a super cool pink unicorn. Oh no, I hit it right the first time. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay, how was that? I guess my feed is quite a lot farther behind. It would be cool is to win somebody do a giveaway of some cool YouTube lights and cameras. That would be awesome. I'd like to do really nice videos with really nice. Oh, you're good. Yeah, you gotta take care of the animals. You're just messing with my unicorn, pink unicorn ring light. I'd really like to get a better ring light, or maybe just a better light in general. So I think this tablet's doing good enough videos. I think the videos seem to look fairly good. I just have lighting problems and lighting and uh, the fact that I don't know shit about making videos. I didn't get this one either. Something tells me something is wrong here. That seems too tight. Oh, why am I loosening up? It's so tight. No wonder I can't pick it. God sakes, it was cranked so tight down on there. Yeah, I think it's cross-threaded. Yeah, in fact, I know whoever put it back together backwards too. Well, that was a lot of time wasted if I'd have paid a little more attention. I'll try to shim it and see what I can do because it's got the little lip for the one of the face of the lock, and it's on the back. But these ones will do that. They will fit both ways. So this one goes here. And I hope it warms up a little bit today. Yesterday was ridiculous. I got to get up and measure the roof and find out where all the vents and stink pipes and all that stuff is and measure it correctly, which that's gonna, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not much of a carpenter. I can work on trucks and bikes and cars, and I'm not much of a carpenter by any stretch of the imagination. Shit, even me being this old and decrepit, I bet it's seized up because some of it backwards and tighten it down too much. We got a little bit of play there. But yeah, I think that's awesome that you just go there, you map out your whole roof, you give them the measurements they call the steel place. The steel place cuts it, numbers it, boxes it, and sends you directions. You just put the 2x2 down, and each piece has its spot. It already has the hole pre-cut, the trim all done. They're just done. So that's going to be awesome. I don't think they do like that roof delivery, where they drop it on your roof like they do shingles. I don't think they do that with metal roofs. Seems like it would too much weight. Well, let's try to get this guy up the back up. All right. Hey, P-Dub, is there like picking groups down by you? Is there like a lot of meetups or around you? That's one of my next goals is I want to start a meetup, but I gotta start. GQ Man's gotta start finding people first. I've designated him being in charge of that. You get paid with the knowledge of how fun it's going to be. And we had a group of like 20 people at the restaurant or at the bar, and we're trading locks back and forth. Yeah, there isn't nothing around us either. I can't believe G Key Man's 30 minutes away from me, and Buck Picker 1969's about 40 minutes away. And then Stu's about 35 minutes away, 40. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta convince it. I think I'm gonna go with something deeper. I don't know if I can go that deep. Well, got about 5 people. I'm getting tired, and I think I might have to lay down. Give this another minute or two. So I'd really like to pick this and go off on a win. I only picked a few locks. Didn't pick a few. We got the see the lock lad moved around a little bit. I'm really gonna try and get a little desk. I really need a little desk about the size of my dresser. But it'd be nice to be able to put my feet under there and be at about that height. And yeah, we talked about the Broke Picks Challenge. We talked about, I don't know what else. All right. Well, GK Man, P Dub, thank you for hanging out with me. You know, I love you guys to death. And I will probably, most likely, definitely do something tomorrow. Oh, I just gotta lift my legs up. Yeah, I forgot how I turned it off now. There.